Hello, this is the Footsteps of the Greats channel. In this channel, we will introduce you to some of the most famous people in history. They have transformed the world through many great achievements. Their presence and influence are deeply engraved in our history. We can learn from their lives and be inspired by them. The origins of ancient Persia date back to the establishment of the Achaemenid Persian Empire around 550 BC. This empire was one of the most powerful empires in the ancient Orient and influenced many regions, including Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Ancient Persian architecture and art were also praised for their superior technology and aesthetics, and influenced later Islamic architecture and the art of medieval Europe. Persia's cultural contributions were also important in areas such as scholarship, philosophy, and medicine. This video introduces some of the figures of ancient Persia. King of the Orient, Cyrus II. Cyrus II was the first king of Achaemenid Persia, unifying all the ancient Orient countries except ancient Egypt and establishing a large empire. He was born around 600 BC as a prince in the kingdom of Persia and ascended the throne as the seventh king of Persia. At that time, the kingdom of Persia was only a small kingdom subordinate to the kingdom of Media. In 552 BC, he led a rebellion against the kingdom of Media and won a victory, partly due to the treachery of a Media general. This was the beginning of the Achaemenid dynasty as a united dynasty and the first step toward a great empire. Later, Achaemenes led an army known as the Immortals to conquer the western part of Asia Minor. He also conquered the east and entered Babylon, where he liberated the Jews and other peoples who had been forcibly relocated there during the Babylonian captivity. Cyrus II's empire extended over a vast area called Media, Lydia, and Babylonia. Cyrus divided the empire into 20 provinces and ruled them under the system of satraps and viceroys that had been used in the kingdom of Media. Of the remaining four major powers of the Orient, Egypt was conquered by his son Cambyses II. King of the four great Oriental unities, Cambyses II. Cambyses II was the second king of Achaemenid Persia. When Cyrus II conquered Babylon in 539 BC, he was already presiding over religious ceremonies. Thus, Cambyses II's name appears next to that of his father Cyrus II on the cylindrical seal, Cyrus Cylinder, inscribed with a proclamation to the Babylonians. In 530 BC, Cyrus II crowned Cambyses II on his last expedition to the east. Since his father had conquered the Middle East and become an independent state, he decided to embark on the conquest of Egypt. A war broke out between the Egyptian army led by Amasis II and the Greek army, which won the war due to the treachery of the Greek commander. Cambyses II was officially crowned with the title of pharaoh and the robe of the pharaoh. He followed this up with expeditions to Egypt, Sudan, and Carthage, all of which ended in failure. In Persia, his brothers rebelled and claimed to be kings, but Darius I killed them and named himself king. It is said that Cambyses marched to suppress the rebellion but realized that it was impossible and committed suicide, or that he was assassinated by Darius. Ardashir I, the first monarch of the Sassanid dynasty. Ardashir's father was a monarch of the kingdom of Persis, which was subordinated to the Arsacesian Parthians. His kingdom was vast and was the largest under the Arsaces Parthians. He was a high priest of the temple of Anahita, and succeeded to his brother's position, or, as some say, rebelled against it and took it from him, as the monarch of Pharis. He moved his headquarters to Ardashir Pharif and consolidated his power, eventually overthrowing the Parthian capital. He continued to annex the western part of Parthia and clashed with the Kurds. When he fought, he is said to have taken the monarchic title of a king of the kings of Aran, Shahan Shah, as the supreme ruler of the Orient, centering on Persia. This is regarded as the end of the long-lasting Arsaces dynasty and the beginning of the Sassanid era. This territorial expansion continued until the Arsaces fell out with the Roman Empire in the west and were defeated. The Sassanids were also successful in the eastern and northern parts of the country, bringing various provinces under their control. Zarathustra, founder of Zoroastrianism. He was a priest of the ancient Aryan religion and founder of Zoroastrianism. He was born into the Spatama family, a priestly family of the Hichaspa tribe. He wore the clothes of a priest from a young age and was educated as a member of the priestly class of the religion known as Proto-Iranian polytheism. Around the age of 20, he rebelled against the Proto-Iranian polytheism and left the family to travel. However, he was hated by the priests in many places and was unable to settle down, so he moved from tribe to tribe. In his 30s, he is said to have had 2 wives and 6 children. In his 40s, his cousin became a devotee, and he received a long-awaited disciple. From here his missionary work took a turn for the better, and the sage of Sasatan, Sinar, joined Zarathustra's cult with 100 disciples in tow. He also consolidated his power base by marrying the daughter of the vizier when he was taken up by the king of the Oranada tribe, and by marrying his own daughter to the king's brother. Through his reformation, he created a new monotheistic belief system called Proto-Zoroastrianism. Surrounding tribes rebelled against the Oranada.